Great, that's recorded. Okay, so now we're recording. Why isn't, I guess, as long as we stay there, it looks like there's 12 of us on here. I'm suspecting there'll be more. But I want to welcome you to the April Lunch and Learn during our normal time slot. And in May, we were going to have our trade show. Let me announce it here in case you didn't know, we're not going to have that. So we won't be having our trade show. And instead, Lois will be our speaker. And Lois is going to give us some in-home workouts, which she's offering now virtually. And we'll do a virtual in-home workout of some type on May 1st. So that'll be our next Lunch and Learn. Unless there's something, no offense to Lois, but more pressing, you know, and maybe we can have Mary come back or something like that. But let's assume life's getting somewhat back to normal around then, and we'll hope for the best and have a cheery workout of some sort. We will have our normal classes coming up on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They will all be virtually. David Quick, don't go to the office. There's no reason to go. I'm working virtually until further notice. And we had been doing hybrid meetings. So that means all board meetings and everything else, everything will be virtual moving forward, including your one-to-ones. Please sign up for your one-to-ones, and virtual payments are also accepted. Please PayPal in your payments. I have not received many as of this point, which is concerning. Why don't we start with 30-second intros? So if everybody wants to unmute themselves, Dan, we're probably going to start with you as you're in my top left, so you might want to have a seat. Looks like you're staring at your sign, or maybe I've lost you. Dan Keller, are you there? Okay, Dan? Dan Keller? All right, we're going to start with David Quick. Let's go with you.
Okay, David Quick, Total Cover IT. We help businesses to best leverage their technology and help them run better and more efficiently and securely. I'm looking to have conversations with business owners about risk management, particularly now with the large numbers of employees that are working remotely from home. Those are notoriously insecure, and hackers aren't taking a break. This is actually a perfect opportunity for them to get into your network and compromise your systems. Looking for introductions to associations or chambers of commerce to give talks about work from home, how to do it more securely and efficiently, and get in front of the business owners. So that's what I'm looking for as an introduction. David Quick, Total Cover IT, where our I is on your T.
Very good. Sarah Pearson, let's go to you.
Hello, I'm Sarah. I own Culinary Concepts, and we're a commercial kitchen and normally a caterer. Right now we're doing in-home delivery of food by the half tray. We deliver on a pretty far radius right now because we got some extra time. So if anyone you know needs food, is not going out at all, then we can deliver food to them and their families.
Okay. And where can we find your menu?
Instagram and Facebook.
Okay, under what? Culinary.
But it's not on the website at this point.
Okay, and it's we search under what? Culinary Concepts?
Culinary Concepts, yep.
Okay. Mark Hipp, let's go to you.
There, I even unmuted myself. My name is Mark Hipp. I am president of Database Technologies. We build and maintain large marketing databases mostly for large corporate clients. Right now, I'm kind of hanging around waiting to see how the troubled times all shake out and see if I'm still in business or not. As near as I can tell, things will be fine. And it's kind of interesting. One of the things I've just started wrestling with is what's going to happen to sales and marketing in the era of people not wanting to be too close to one another. And what does that mean for virtual meetings, email, and other ways of doing sales and marketing? The data will still all be there, but there's going to be new kinds of data coming out of this and new opportunities for marketing into Zoom and things like that. So while it's troubling times, there's also a great deal of new opportunity coming. So that's what I'm focusing on these days.
Okay, very good. Lois. Unmute, unmute, unmute. Okay.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lois, and I own Fitness Coaching. We are a mobile personal training service where we can come to you. We're coming to our clients remote now via Zoom or FaceTime or Google Hangout, where we're bringing our trainers right to you across your computer screen, one-to-one. And we launched a program where we're doing small group training as well. So if you know someone in your family member or friend base that is having trouble getting to the gym, everyone, because they're not allowed, all the gyms are closed, reach out and I'll send you a link to try our group classes for free. And again, my name is Lois and I own Fitness Coaching.
And Lois will be offering a free class at our next Lunch and Learn on May 1st. Thank you. Lisa.
I'm in the middle of a dog bark. My name is Lisa Orzetti, Lisa with Heart. I'm a certified CPR instructor. Funny thing is that I signed my lease for my new place just in time for this coronavirus, the social distancing. And for these next weeks, what I'm really doing is learning and kind of preparing for my relaunch, redirection, maybe my summer, how I can make a lot more business in a shorter time. So I'm really here for these next weeks to listen and learn from everybody in small businesses and figure out whether my relaunch can make me a little bit bigger than I was anyway. So thank you.
Yes, and I signed that lease with you. Lisa and I are office roommates, and
Yes.
great space, bad timing, but we'll
Exactly.
hopefully it works out. All right, Gilbert, let's go to you.
Hello everyone, Gilbert Abraham from AGM. I own a company that specializes on LinkedIn. Right now, a lot of people are social distancing, and if you still need to network, LinkedIn is a great place to do it. So what we do is we help you use LinkedIn better to network and get in front of the right decision makers. Right now, we're offering a free 30-minute strategy sessions with anyone who trying to figure out how do I reach out to people to LinkedIn around this time. So we're open, we're to be a resource to everyone, and we'll love to help you guys. Gilbert Abraham, AGM.
Very good. My boxes are moving on me, so it's hard to figure out who hasn't gone yet. Melissa Bevacqua, let's hear from you. It'd be nice to see you as well. Melissa, are you there? Okay, moving on. It looks like we have Annette. Unmute, let us see you. Maribee. Okay, Dan Keller. Oh, wait, go ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you? Angelo asked me to get into the meeting because he's busy with customers.
Do you want to give your 30-second intro? Give it a shot.
Well, Marby, do the bookkeeping and management for Tri-State Computer Solutions, Angelo's wife, and he's busy with, on the phone all day with all the customers that need to work virtually.
Very good. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
and say
you.
Hello for us.
I will.
All right. And is there an Annette out there? All right. Let's go back to Melissa Bevacqua. Unmute and show us yourself. Nope. Dan Keller.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Dan Keller, George Keller and Sons. We specialize in roofing, siding, window, and solar residential installs, based out of Morris County, New Jersey. We're working, which is good. We're doing a lot of exterior projects, and we're going to continue to do exterior projects as long as we can. Obviously the leads coming in, nobody's thinking about their roof and siding during this time. So pray for rain. Let's get it to rain. Let's get a lot of leaking happening. Okay. Thank you.
You know, I was thinking of you yesterday because I think many people are still stuck on the couch a little bit with their head down and going through a little bit of depression, and understandably, it's like you're in weekend mode and you can't get out of it. But
Right.
a sure way to feel productive without leaving the couch is get your roof done.
Exactly.
You know, do stuff like that, that at least something's happening, even though you're not doing it, if you know what I mean. And some people may have extra money because vacations have been canceled and things like that. But
Right.
I don't know. So I think of you often, and I hope
Thank
this
you.
stays strong for you. Okay, so we've gotten everybody who's willing to participate. Melissa, last chance. Okay. Maybe Optimum took out. Oh, there she is.
I'm sorry.
She's back. Go.
Hi. Hi, everyone. My name is Melissa Bevacqua with Ripple Effect Partners. Using behavioral and mindset coaching, we transform mid to upper level management employees from stuck to unstoppable. Companies hire us to teach live and virtual workshops like fearless communication, the price of self-talk, and better than yesterday problem solving. A great referral for me is a member of an HR department or maybe a training department within a company. We advance careers that advance results, and the revenue follows. Melissa Bevacqua, Ripple Effect Partners.
Very good. All right, Mary, I can't thank you enough for doing this. The timing couldn't be better with updates as recently as I guess this morning. Teach us what can we do and how to do it.
Okay. Let's start with, I'm going to just go through, the first piece is through the SBA, through the disaster loan. The best way to do this is after we get off the call, if everybody goes to the northwestnjsbdc.com website, so it's nw-njsbdc.com, and then click on the coronavirus. Everything around this virus is on my webpage. So I'm going to literally walk you through what is on the page. When you first go into the page, what you're going to see is a video that we recorded before the SBA website crashed, and it walks you through the disaster loan application. And it goes through the forms of everything that is needed to be completed. I was on a call before I got on this phone call with the SBA, and they are encouraging everyone to fill out the disaster loan application.
Mary, can you just give us that website again? Everybody's asking me, they're chatting to me to say it again slow.
Okay, here, I'll just put it in here. Okay, so if you go,
Got it.
and click on the coronavirus tab. So the disaster loan application it's a loan, but as part of that loan, by filling out that application, there is a program that they are doing, which is called an advance. So what happens is you submit the application, you'll get an email, then you need to go in and request that advance. That advance is $10,000 that you do not have to pay back. It's basically, in essence, going to be a grant. Okay? But you have to go through the loan application process on the SBA website.
And this is, everyone is eligible for this?
Yes. That's what they just told me.
Mary, how would you like questions to happen? Would you want us to just kind of interrupt as you go, or do you want us to save them for each section kind of thing?
They can interrupt and ask. It's easy. We can have a discussion about this. That's fine.
Perfect. Okay.
Hey, Mary.
Yes.
I'm going to pause you right there. So once we go to the website, can you like walk us through what we need to do? Because there's so many links and it's really exhausting. We're getting stuff from
exhausting if you're following what I'm saying right now. So if you go to my website, the first thing is watch the video where the button says view now. You're not watching it now because it's an hour video. The second section on the website says SBA, and the first link under the SBA heading is the link to the disaster recovery website. Okay? Chris, I will send you a document that you can resend to the group that what I'm talking about, because I could literally stay on the call for 2 hours and go that way. So you fill out that application, and then you're going to get a number back. And then what's going to happen from there is you are going to have to, that's the PPP. This is up to the loan on this program is, if you wind up taking the loan, it is a 3.75% interest. The piece that I just spoke about where they're going to forgive the $10,000, you don't have to pay it back. It's part of the program. The easiest way to get you all through this is literally to go to my website and schedule an appointment, and I'll walk you step by step, because it's hard to, you can't do that. So that's the SBA loan. The next thing, go ahead.
I applied for the loan already. I have the number.
Yep.
Do I still call you so you tell me what to do with the number, or what do I do with it?
Nothing to do with the number. They're going to contact you, and
Okay.
they are going to contact you. What did he tell me? They will contact you within a week.
Got it.
For like 3 days. They also told us to tell people to go back in and reapply once you have that number for that advance.
Okay.
There's a button on the application. I haven't seen it yet because I just found out about it. So I don't know what it looks like or where it is.
So are they interviewing us for eligibility? Is that?
They are sending you back a communication. Here's the thing. SBA is not giving the loan. So what happens is, because I had a client ask this morning, what happens is you will receive an email from them. In that email, they will tell you that you have been assigned to a lender. The lenders are who give the loans. The lender will contact you and then communicate with you as to what additional information is needed. Okay? Make sure you check your spam boxes, because a lot of that is happening from a spam perspective. Okay? Then that's part one. Part two, through New Jersey EDA, the Economic Development Authority, and that's on the website as well. All that money that the president was talking about, some of that was funneled into the states, and where it funneled into was the EDA. And so they have a series of programs that are available to the business owners. Specifically, there is one there for a grant this morning. It opened up this morning. You can go. It's their Small Business Emergency Assistance Grant Program. That grant is only $5,000. They have an eligibility wizard on their website. So you go through that eligibility wizard, and what will happen is they will tell you what programs that you qualify for through the EDA based on the way you answer the questions. EDA does have other programs that are available through this coronavirus component, and it's based on business size and the number of employees that you have. And those are all outlined on the EDA website. Questions?
I have a question. I filled out the disaster loan on Monday, and I didn't get an email right away. Should it have come right away, or it would be?
Should have come right away.
So I should go back in.
Okay, so here's something I'm trying to confirm right now, because I just got notification from a client. apparently there was a news segment for on one of the news stations that they just told SBA just told people to reapply their applications. I am trying to get that confirmed through the SBA. I don't have confirmation on it yet.
Because I got that email because originally I applied last Friday and it was a PDF. And then I got an email that said reapply through the new website. And that was on Monday. And I got an application number, but no email. So I should go in again.
Did you get a confirmation number back? Is there a number that you got back?
It was called an application number. It was like the final screen.
Then they answered you.
Okay.
Can I ask an odd question? And
Yep.
I don't know if anyone will know this, but because I have another job as a real estate agent, we're also being offered unemployment.
Yes. So here's on that note. I spoke Wednesday to the unemployment person, and the unemployment individual shared with me that they want everyone to file for unemployment because
everyone and anyone.
Everyone and anyone.
Even if you still are working.
Yes. Well, no, not if you're working. No.
Okay. Clarifying.
Not working, they want people to file. They want people to file because there are more programs coming down the pike. So her advice to the group that was on the Zoom call was literally have people file and let them get a nay or yay back from unemployment so they know. That was their instructions to us. Okay? All right. So the next program that is part of the CARES program is called Paycheck Protection Program. And this is for companies that have employees, but they are opening it up on April 10th to sole proprietors, independent contractors, where you will be able to take additional funds. And that was part of the phone call that I was on. So with this one, if you're on my website, it's towards the bottom. It's the Payroll Protection Program. Go down past all the information to like the last 3 or 4 links. There is an application there. You need to fill out that application. Then what happens is there's a link there to find a lender by putting in your zip code that is participating in the Paycheck Protection Program. And then you have to call the lender to see if you can schedule an appointment to go in and submit your application. So the majority of this loan or of this money is that it's for 75% of the payroll. The other thing that is included in this, that what you can use this for, payroll costs including benefits, interest on mortgage obligations incurred before February 15th, 2020. Rent under lease agreements in force before February 15th, 2020. Now, Chris, you just said you just signed your lease.
Correct.
Did you do it before February 15th? You're on mute. I can't hear you.
Sorry. March 15th, we signed our lease.
It's not, you can't cover it. It has to be before February 15th. Okay? Utilities for which service began before February 15th of 2020. That's what's covered. The bulk of this is really for the salaries. They haven't given us anything additional on these entrepreneurs and solopreneurs. When I was on the phone with the SBA, They actually said that they just got a whole bunch of information that they haven't disseminated to us yet. This is for independent contractors and self-employed. On 410, you can apply, you can start reaching out to the banks, but right now they're only taking companies with 500 or fewer employees. So if your company is set up and you're an employee on the payroll, you can apply now. If not, and you're not an employee, you have to wait till February 10th.
Hey, Mary.
Yeah.
Quick question. I am not an employee of my company. I only take money out of the company as I need it.
Right.
Just because there's never a month that's the same, and I know how much I can pay myself a salary.
Right.
So, like, I feel like I'm in this like state of limbo because I rely on that to pay my personal bills, but
this Paycheck Protection Program is actually what they're going to use for entrepreneurs. Basically, what they've told us is they're going to give money to the entrepreneurs, but the loan is forgiven when it's used for payroll, rent, utilities, interest on mortgage.
Right, which is fine for my team, but for me.
But here's what I'm saying: it's going to change
on April 10th. Okay.
Correct.
So do I need to apply twice?
No, you
for my employees and then one for me?
The application, find the lender, make the phone call to the lender, and have a conversation with the lender.
Okay.
And what's happening is the money that is forgiven, it's like a loan. It's not even a loan. Nobody can be denied for this. It is a loan. They're going to delay it a couple months, and then they're going to tack those couple months onto the back end.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't want a loan. I can't. I don't want to owe. I don't want to owe anybody money. I'd rather pause my business, and other people are shaking their heads. Like, I don't want to have to pay money back. Like, my business was booming, and now like I'm at half of what I was last month.
That's all they're offering right now. It's a loan.
Yet they're bailing out. I don't understand. They're bailing out the airline industry and forgiving all their money. What about us?
They are, and that was the question that was raised. This PPP program, they're saying it is a loan. They are going to forgive probably $10,000 of this. And if you have to pay it back, the interest rate is now at 1% instead of the 3.75 on the disaster loan.
Can I ask you if the airline industry and the other industries that they bailed out over the years have had to pay that money back with interest?
I have no idea of that.
See, that's just BS.
Well,
So
I can't control.
I know it's not. I know you have nothing to do with that. I'm just voicing.
But they're telling you they're willing to give you $10,000 that you don't have to pay back.
yeah, so let's go back to the grant really quick. So the grant, what was that called again, Mary?
That is it's on the
SBDC
loan,
website.
right, on the disaster loan application, there's an advance. They're forgiving the $10,000.
When I filled out the application on Monday, it was, you went through the whole application, and then at the end there was literally just a box, and it said, would you like to be considered for a $10,000 advance? And you click it and you put in your bank information and you sign it and you submit it.
But then I don't want a loan though. If I just want the grant and I don't want the loan.
But if you get the loan, you don't have to take the loan, correct? Even
Perfect.
if you get it.
That's I just wanted to hear it. Thank you.
So every single one of you should be filling out that disaster loan and checking that box. Now, I did have a question about putting in the routing number and your checking account number. The site is secure. So it doesn't look like it is, but it is.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I was under the impression you couldn't apply for both the disaster loan and the payroll protection.
Okay, so that question came up, and what they said was, where did I write that? Hang on. You can do both,
Okay.
okay? But you can't use both for payroll. So you have to pick one or the other for payroll, but you can apply for both.
Okay. And I've talked to 2 banks, and apparently they're only working, it's only online and only if you're already a customer with them.
It's certain banks. So
Okay.
if you go to the
So-
link that's on the website, on my
Okay.
website, there's the link there. You put your zip code in, it'll give you banks, and you have a phone conversation with them to find out. And
Okay.
all the banks right now are only operating online. They're not opening their.
Mm-hmm.
And Mary, you said for the grant, was there rules about how you can spend the grant money?
It has to be specifically for grant.
Rent, was it?
Yeah, that's the PPP program.
Okay, that I'm not talking about the PPP.
No, the grant, there is no restriction.
Huh.
Well, it's not, I wouldn't say no restriction. There's probably something that they threw in there.
You can't go to Vegas and blow it on black.
No,
you know?
but I could pay towards my company credit card debt.
Yes.
You just can't use it towards payroll if you take the PPP and use that towards payroll as well. You're there. From what I read, you could use it pretty much towards anything else as long as it's business related, and you have to be able to prove, you know, if you get audited, that you used it towards something towards the business.
And what about my health insurance? I can put it towards my health insurance?
Yeah, it's a business expense.
Business expense.
That's what I thought. I just want to talk it out.
Yep.
Okay. But those are the 2 primary, those are the programs that are available right now. And there is a website, and I'm going to leave you just for a second because I want to make sure I give it to you correctly. So hold on just a minute. Hang on, I'm coming. My machine is slow. This happens every day at this hour.
It needs a nap.
It does need a nap. Okay, so I'm going to copy the page for you.
All right, maybe also put down your email and website or other contact info.
Okay, it is business. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, so this website is for the state of New Jersey that I'm putting in the chat. This is where all the current information is for the whole state of New Jersey. And I'll put my website in and my email address. Okay, that site actually has a Q&A section where you can actually have a chat if you have a specific question. They'll point you to the correct information. And they've done a really good job with this, and it keeps you current with the programs that are happening in New Jersey. So like the sales tax that was extended to July 15th, and the filings on that. So they have all different kinds of scenarios and they're doing it based on the questions. If you don't see the answer there in the chat function, put your question in there and they will respond back to you in an email and point you to where to go to get that information. Okay?
I have 2 questions.
Go ahead.
For the advance, is $10,000 like either you'll get it or you won't, or could it be a lesser amount? Or it's just,
They're giving $10,000. It could be a lesser amount. It's based on how you complete the application.
okay. And then for the PPP, I saw the application online, and I know you mentioned filling it out. Is there somewhere to submit it, or you have to wait to hear from the bank?
It has to be submitted to the bank.
Okay, so like I saw the application online, but I can't do anything unless I'm in contact with the bank.
You can fill the application out, make a phone call to the bank to see who's accepting the PPP application, and then make an appointment with them to talk to them.
Okay, so it's just so I can see the application. I have an appointment with the bank, a phone call with the bank. So I don't submit it before I talk to them. It's just so I have it when I speak with them.
Right, but you have it all completed because they're going to ask you those questions.
Okay, yes.
And the other thing is, make sure when you talk to any of these people or you start to do any of this, you have your EIN number available to you, you have your P&L balance sheets, and sometimes they may request tax returns, but that's more on the lender side.
Mary, I got a quick question for you regarding the PPP. There seems to be confusion on whether the Social Security and Medicare tax should be for employee only, or should it be for both employee and employer when taking that off of your gross salaries for the to begin the amounts?
I can't answer that question because I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
You can do me a favor, send me an email and I'll send it up to the SBA and ask.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? If you have questions, email them to me, and if I don't know it, I'll go send it upstairs and get an answer for you.
I have a
Mary,
question.
I scheduled with you for Monday at 10. It hasn't been accepted yet, but should I have my bookkeeper join me on that call?
She can if she wants.
Is this a Zoom call or a regular call?
It would be a phone call. I could do a Zoom if you want to do the Zoom.
Okay.
If you want to
All right,
do
I'll
it,
wait till,
send me the request and I'll do a Zoom with both of you.
okay, but I have to wait till you accept it. It looks like there's some paperwork.
I have about 30 of them sitting there that need to be
I'm
accepted.
sure you do. I'm sure you do. Okay. Go ahead, Lisa.
I have a question for you. I'm forward thinking it's not even April 15th of this year, but if we get the grant, let's say $10,000, we're not expected to pay it back. I'm assuming we're going to get taxed on that for 2020, correct or no?
That's an accountant question. I can't answer that.
Oh, it is an accountant question. It's okay.
Yeah, because it's money.
Okay.
It's money that you receive. So
Well, that's my logic. My logic and thought is that there's a need, but there's also really at some point no such thing as free money.
Right.
So I was just wondering, you know, moving forward, thoughts on taxes, but I shall call my accountant.
Or your accountant.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? There is on my website a tab that says, under the coronavirus, there's a heading that says grants. There is one grant that is available, and the deadline for that grant is May 31st. That grant is for $10,000. This actually, Chris, would be a great exercise for the group to do because they want to showcase your business. Excuse me, I need a drink of water. Hold on.
Can
They
you
want to
repeat what
showcase.
you said because you cut out and I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Okay. Under my website, under the coronavirus tab, there's a category for grants. There's a grant there for NAV, N-A-V. It's in the chat. And it's very easy to do. I looked at the requirements. They want you to talk about how the virus has affected you, and then you hashtag your business and like how you're helping people and different things with your business. And then you have to hashtag NAV, and they're going to pick the winner. So this is a good way from a video perspective, pictures, and then just sharing it on your social media pages, whether it's Facebook, Instagram. Like Lois, when you're doing your exercise classes, that would be a perfect thing to take a little clip and then put it up and just hashtag NAV on it with based on the requirements that are in the grant. That
Guessing
grant,
my sales training and business and board meetings would be good too.
yes. But go look at the criteria. The link is on the site.
And
So
that's called what, NAV?
Yes. But just don't go to NAV because it's not up on their website.
Okay.
If you hang on a minute, I will get it the exact link and give it in the chat.
Now, those of you that are more savvy with Zoom than I am, once I close this and end the meeting, do you guys have access still to the chat box so you can get all these links? I'm guessing no.
No.
So copy them now.
We take pictures with our cell phones.
I'm sorry?
Putting it in now.
You can also screenshot your computer as well.
Oh, screenshot, that's even better, thanks.
You can also highlight, right click, copy it, and paste it.
Look at how savvy all of you are.
Okay, so that grant is available. Any grant, you don't have to repay. If it's a loan, you have to repay it.
Okay.
In the bottom right corner of the chat, you can click Save Chat as well. At least I can. I'm a paid Zoom member.
Okay. But this is your government doing something for you guys. Take advantage of it.
It's there, and they really want businesses to come back to life after this is all over, and that's why they're doing it. And if their business can work and they can honor the social distancing, then they want people to put the employees back to work if they can honor it. I don't know if you guys have been in the grocery store, but they literally have marked out the floors with the X's, and it's like 6 feet apart when you're standing.
And that's in the right stores. In the wrong ones, some of these ethnic ones, they aren't doing that. You know, the Indian ones and the Chinese, you know, no offense to not saying anything, but I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
So
I told Mary Jo DeFranco to reach out to BJ's because I was there yesterday and they didn't have markings and people were not following social distancing. So
I'm doing curbside.
Costco's doing a great job of it.
Oh, good.
And we all should just order from Sarah anyway.
I'll
Trays
bring
of
more
food.
it for you.
All right, but listen, I can't stress this enough. Don't be that person in 6 months who didn't take advantage of it and is going to be bitching at our board meeting saying our government didn't do anything and I lost this and here's an opportunity for a fresh restart. And, you know, this is just the beginning of this thing in all likelihood. And I don't know how long this money is going to be around. Take advantage of this.
this was great info. Thank you so much for sharing. Appreciate it.
And
Thank
stay
you.
on that website, my site, because that's where I'm updating everything. I'm trying to keep it in one spot because I'm literally walking clients through that whole site. And
All
what
right, Mary, I'm going to spend my afternoon going through your site. I thank you so much for your time,
you're very welcome.
your support of our community. You're a gift to us, so thank you.
Thank you. And if I'm here, if you have any,
Thank you.
Thanks.
guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
So I'm going to leave this open for a bit. If anybody needs to make a screenshot or anything, I'm just going to copy and paste it. I know that's not high tech, but that's what I'm going to do.
Thanks, Chris. And then you're going to send us the recording?
Sure.
So after the Zoom, because you're recording this, you're going to get an email with the recording, and then you could just email it over to us.
Hold on. I'm still working on the copy and paste. Just give me a sec. Now I got to figure out where I'm pasting it.
We've all been there. You wash your hands in a restaurant.
What was that? We've all been there.
Oh, I'm watching a video on door handles.
All right. I figure I'm the perfect place to post this. Jackie, I've got a job for you. You're going to learn about a website. So, all right, now what do you want me to do? So I'm gonna close this and then send you guys the link, right? I just have to remember who's on the call. I wish there's a way of just making it available.
Don't get it till it's over though.
I know, but only I get it. I wish you guys got it so I didn't have to send it. Email me if you want a copy, okay?
Why don't you post it on your, oh no, because, okay.
Gary Goldsmith gave this Sandy handle.
Bye, guys. Hey, good seeing you all. I wish you guys would come to our weekly check-in. It's just nice to see each other, you know? I'm doing those, I think, on Thursdays. And we have a networking group called VANG, Virtual Area Networking Group, and it's been good. Lisa, you've been there. David, you've been there. Melissa's been there. It's been good. Sarah, were you at the last one?
Or the one before that.
Okay, please come. It's just nice to see each other.
I
All right. Anything else
Hey, kids.
anybody's got to say? All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.